Hi, my name is Fernando Bosso with Maxus Realty Group, reallynicehomes.com, and today I'm going to be explaining to you the home selling process. You know, selling a home can be a long and a very complex process, but there are certain steps that you can follow so you can make this process a lot easier for you. If you're thinking about selling a home, we're going to be talking today about the facts and all the costs necessary to sell a home. Did you know that there are only 3 ways you can sell your house in today's market? Number 1, you can sell it on your own. When you sell your property on your own, you're going to do all the paperwork. You're going to negotiate the price. You're going to prepare the house before putting the actual house for sale. You're going to be responsible in attracting all the potential buyers to come into the house. And then once you find a buyer, you must qualify this buyer to making sure that this buyer is ready and fully approved to buy your property at the end. Number 2, you can hire a discount agent to assist you in selling your property. A discount agent is the one that's going to save you in commissions. They're going to provide you with a standard service. They're going to have a standard representation to help you sell your property. They may have a standard marketing systems that may be in place to be able to help you propagate your property to the public so you can sell it. And at the end, I think if you hire a discount agent to assist you in selling your property, you will get most likely standard results. Finally, the third way to be able to sell a house is by utilizing the services of a listing expert, a broker, a listing agent who specializes on specifically listings. They're going to be able to provide you with professional representation. And normally when someone practices and is an expert in a certain area of real estate, they will have a marketing strategy that applies to the listing aspect in real estate. They will have a marketing strategy that will be attracting the buyers necessary to be able to sell their properties. And then once they find the properties, these agents are also experts in negotiating the best possible price for your property. And in some cases, they will even guarantee you results. So before we go any further, then I want to, before you choose the way you want to sell your home, whether it's going to be with the option number 1, option number 2, or option number 3, let's review how much each of those options could really cost you. Let's pretend you're not really selling a home. Let's pretend to understand it easier. Let's say you're really selling a $100 bill. So, to be able to understand this, you are not really selling a home. I would like for you to understand what I'm trying to say, because this is a very important fact, because understanding easier is that we're going to try to change the house for a $100 bill, and what you're really actually selling is a $100 bill. And the value of your home is $100, and you wish to sell it for $100. These are the costs to sell your $100 bill on your own or with an agent. According to a study that was made by the National Association of Realtors in 2012, NAR, they made a profile of home buyers and sellers, and they wanted to interview buyers and sellers so they can have a sense of what is going on outside in the market today at that time in 2012. And obviously we wanted to find out a profile more specifically for the sellers in this case. So this profile of sellers in the study came out with a result of what happened when someone was selling the property on their own, where they did not know the buyer, and they went solo basically as a for sale by owner to try to sell their property. And in a typical median selling price of $191,600, this is what the for sale by owner was able to sell a house, which is the median selling price, as opposed to the same house, which is the median selling price from an agent-assisted sale of $215,000. That is a total of 11% off from the actual value of the property. And we're talking about the median selling price of a house, the same house. So there's a difference of 11% off selling a $100 bill on your own. If we're pretending that your house is a $100 bill, so that means that as a for sale by owner, you will sell this house for $89. So now let's check how much more can you really sell your $100 bill with a discount agent. A discount agent might save you money on commissions, but the results are very clear, as we will see in this next slide. Another study was made and they found out that the flat fee listing services, or the limited service listings that they provide, got an average of 5% less than full service representation, meaning that when you're hiring somebody who's giving you a discount service to sell your property, on average, you will get 5% less than what would you get using a full service representation. In our example, meaning that your $100 bill is sold for just $95. Low commissions equal little or no money for marketing, little or no incentive to sell the property, and finally, it will take longer time to sell. Low commission equals that there is no money to invest in selling your property. There is no money for the right marketing moves that you must make to make sure that your property is being exposed to 100% of all the buyers out there. And for that reason, when there is not enough money to market your property, it will take a longer time to sell. And at the end, this is exactly why it validates the studies where it says that usually a person that is taking a listing where they're discounting their services, they will usually take an average of 5% less than someone using a full representation for listing their property. A word to the wise. When I talk to people and trying to sell their properties, and sometimes they may say to me that they have someone that they're willing to do it cheaper. They're willing to charge them less money to sell their property. I'm always go back to this picture that I see where you always going to find out someone who is going to be willing to do it cheaper. But the quality of the service, the quality of the work is really what you should be concentrated on. Because if you really think about it, if someone is offering you a service by reducing their price, there is no confidence on their work. There is no confidence that they are really worth what they charge you. For that reason, they want to reduce their commissions, they want to reduce their service charges until there is someone who is going to be impressed enough to hire them. In a way, this is really the only way they get business. They actually have to pay money to people so they can hire them, so they can work. So understand this, that there's always someone that's willing to do it cheaper. And when you're trying to sell one of the biggest investments and one of the biggest assets that you may have in your entire life, which is your home, this is not really a time where you should be looking to cut corners on the quality of representation. Now let's see what a full listing broker may sell your $100 bill for. A full service broker will handle all the preparation of the property. They will have a marketing strategy to help you sell your property and expose your property to 100% of the buyers out there. They will use professional photography and they will understand all your goals. Because there are many ways and many reasons to sell a home. And those reasons and the timing and everything that plays around the fact that you're selling a home has to be put into a perfect plan and a perfect strategy to help you achieve your goals. a good listing expert that knows how to sell properties. They will devise a plan that will be strategic and it will be closely to your needs, that's going to be related to what you actually need, whether it's going to be about the timing, how much money you must have, what are the ways how you're going to be able to manage the transaction, whether you're going to buy another property to move in or you're going to sell this property and go and rent another property to move in. Everything must match in such a way that it has to be orchestrated so it can bring you the less stress in your life for you and your family when you're making such a huge move as selling your property. So I wanted to find out about, what are these full listing brokers, the experts are getting for their properties when they list them, because I want to make sure that it will match to my example of $100 bill. I made a case study in September of 2015 when I'm doing this video, and I went to the multiple listing services, which is the MLS for our local Maryland, DC, and Virginia, and I used all the local results from local sales. I wanted to find out, first of all, the people that they offer 6% or more in commissions, and because that was telling me that they were actually we're charging more or less what we consider the higher end of commissions, basically. In some cases, they even charge more to the seller, and then subsequently they share this commission with the buyers at the same time, with the buyer's agent. With the buyer's agent. So this becomes like an incentive for them to be able to bring their buyers to this property. And this also ties to the marketing concept of the house. How is it being exposed to everybody? But the study that I made was specifically to how long did it take for these houses to sell, and how much percentage of the actual asking price to the actual sold price they achieve trying to sell this property. So I pulled a total of about 200 sold listings from the full service brokers, they're paying 6% commission or more. I look at the time that's been on the market, the days on market. The days on market was able to tell me if these people were able to sell this property sooner than later, as opposed to people starting with a higher price and then having to lower, and the days in the market will accumulate. In this case, when a property has been introduced to the market that is priced well, that is represented by a professional listing expert to be able to sell this property, has been prepared. In some cases they use staging, in some cases they use full professional photography, they use the broker open houses, and everything that has to occur in order for you to expose the property. And out of these sold listings, I came out with the conclusion that they were able to achieve 98% to 101% of their actual asking price of the home. Meaning that a full service listing broker, when you're marketing the house and you allow this person to market the house in such a way that you let them roll with it and making sure that do the right things, you will get 98% to 101% of your sales price. A full service listing broker sells your $100 bill for an average of $98 to $101. And this is the proof, actually, that the value of knowledge, experience, and skills from your listing agent will always have the greatest impact on selling your house at top value. And this is what you should be seeking at all time if you're trying to sell your property. You want that person representing you. So now we're going to be recapping your choices. And for sale by owner will sell a house for $89. A discount agent will sell that $100 bill for $95, and a full service listing broker will sell it for $98 to $101. There's a big difference between all these three choices, And as you can see, when it comes to money-wise, this is the average from studies that were made. This is the average where the results that they got when they sold these properties. If there's anything that you may that I wish for you to get from watching this video or reading this article for this long, is to be able to understand the difference between paying a commission or investing in professional services for an even bigger return. My name is Fernando Herboso. I am the broker owner for Maxus Realty Group, reallynicehomes.com. And I want to tell you, I actually specialize in listings because it is my passion to help people accomplish far more than they ever thought possible when buying or selling real estate. In my case, selling is the challenge that I face every single day, and I'm trying to perfect it as much as I can. My mission is an attempt to be the best of my abilities to stand for others who can stand for themselves. And my promise to you is to deliver my knowledge to help you in all your stages of your real estate needs. I truly love helping people, and I don't really mind taking the time. If you have a question or inquiry, please don't hesitate to give me a call. My name is Fernando Herboso, 301-246-0001. Thank you. Have a great day.